Sitting on the front porch, sipping on the rocks. Citrus in our beverages. Citrus in our beverages. Show only the good sides. Always pretty smiles are covering our faces. You know it is all lies. You know it is all lies. On and on it goes. Round and round the rodeo. Breathing out air for a minute. Taking my time to begin with. On and on it goes. Swinging down in life, you know. Breathing out air for a minute. Yeah. Hey, would you rather stay right here? Make everything disappear. Can play my favorite song. Put your rose-colored glasses on. What if we stay right here? Make everything disappear. Lay low in the beaching sun. Put your rose-colored glasses on. Yeah. Put your rose-colored glasses on. Yeah. Isn't it a big crime to get a little lost in everybody's business? Why don't we all calm down? Why don't we all calm down? I think I'm the wrong size. Not enough room for everybody's egos. Why don't we all calm down? Why don't we all calm down? On and on it goes. Round and round the rodeo. Breathing out air for a minute. Taking my time to begin with. On and on it goes. Swinging down in life, you know. Breathing out air for a minute. Yeah. Hey, would you rather stay right here? Make everything disappear. Can play my favorite song. Put your rose-colored glasses on. What if we stay right here? Make everything disappear. Lay low in the beaching sun. Put your rose-colored glasses on. Yeah. Put your rose-colored glasses on. Yeah. It's a good life. Sitting on the front porch, sipping on the rocks. Citrus in our beverages. Citrus in our beverages. Show only the good sides. Always pretty smiles are covering our faces. You know it is all lies. You know it is all lies. Hey, would you rather stay right here? Make everything disappear. You play my favorite song. Put your rose-colored glasses on. What if we stay right here? Make everything disappear. Lay low in the beaching sun. Put your rose-colored glasses on. Yeah. Put your rose-colored glasses on. Yeah. Yeah. Put your rose-colored glasses on. Put your rose-colored glasses on.
Well, hello, Plannerette. Thank you so much for joining me. What up? We're here again. 2 in a row, 2 live streams in a row. Okay, confession, I didn't anticipate how tiring a back-to-back 5:30 a.m. will actually wake up at 4:30 a.m. to put my face on. How tiring I would be. However, when I started playing the music and seeing all your lovely names in the comment, hello, Joan. Joan, hello. A big, very welcome to you. This is the first time I've seen your name in the chat. However, if you've been here before, let us know where are you tuning in from. Thank you so much for joining me. So a big welcome to all of you that are new here. So if you are new but haven't yet said hello, make sure you do type in new in the chat. Or, of course, if you are watching on replay, let me know where you are tuning in from. And hello, Chucky, Aaron, hello, Elle. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you so much for joining me. Adriana, hello again. Well, fancy meeting you here. And hello, Angela from Italy. Thank you so much for joining me. I do appreciate you all. So if you do feel me a little bit flat, hype me up, talk come in the chat so then I know that so hopefully I don't fall asleep in the middle of our live stream. Hello, Lauren. I did see you pop in. Good morning to you, the Jewish planner mom. Okay. All right. So for today's video, I won't be doing a plan with me. What I'm going to do is I am going to review my habit and mood tracker for January. So that way I know where I've been. So then I can plan where I need to go. So it's really important. So let's get started. So I want to make sure that I do have enough time because I always seem to run out of time. As soon as the hour hit, my kitchen starts getting hustle and bustle. My husband wakes up, my two boys wake up. So I want to make sure that I get within everything within the hour. So, as I mentioned, in today's video, I'm going to talk about my habit and mood tracker, review how I went for the month of January, and make sure to see exactly what I did well, what struggles I had, and then, of course, use the information that I gather from reviewing it to help me plan for the new month and what else I need to do to make sure I don't neglect the habits that I have assigned for myself to get better at. So, without further ado, everybody, let's get started. Here we are. I've got my desk here. So I'm going to be reviewing this is my mood log. So my mood tracker. And then in here is my habit tracker. So let me see. Oops, hopefully that's not too bright. And then in here, now I'll quickly show you my Hobonichi original, which is the A6, and the tracker the index, which is the calendar index here. I use it as a little quick one-liner gratitude log, what I'm thankful for, what I'm happy about. So really, if I wanted to review this, I could have a look at, what sort of things that made me happy, what I was grateful for. So whatever tracker you use, there's no point just writing in it all month, all year, and then not have a reflection. A reflection is as important as actually tracking the habits that you want to achieve. All right, so just thought I'd show you that because if you're wondering, oh, well, what does Marianne keep in the calendar index of her Hobonichi original A6? So if you are here again, yesterday I showed you how to make, just very briefly, I showed you how to make a vision board for this planner. Now, I did create a highlight video, which means I just edited out some of the chat. So for those who want to just get on with the tutorial, there is a highlight video of that. So it's in the playlist of my most recent. So do check that. But before I go, I want to make sure I say hello to everyone. So yes, hello. So Lauren is from New Mexico. I love it. And Joan, hi, I've been watching your channel for yours but never send a chat. I'm so happy you have. So then we now can have a nice little conversation, and I'm sure you will find, or you have found, that our community here is very welcoming, and they love to welcome new names and new faces on that little icon of ours. I'm an A5 planner girl from New Jersey. New Jersey or New Jersey? I'm not sure. New Jersey. I saw that. Excellent. And so, Shanatha, hello. How are you? Thank you for joining us. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all being here. Okay, so let me first start. I think I'm going to start with the Hobonichi cousin, which is the A5. I have to still get to know the names of my Hobonichi planner, and I just want to quickly show you the trackers that I have in here. I have my individual month habit tracker. So let me pop it that way. So I have created a printable download. As you can see here, I print it and then I cut it to size, and then I glue it and then embellish it with washi stickers, washi tape, so you can't even see where the edges are. So that's my current one. January's one is here. Look, I even added an additional flap here because I changed halfway through the month the order of the habits I wanted to achieve. I found that there were certain habits or routines that I wasn't actioning that I had assigned in the evening, I moved it to the morning so I was able to go and action them a little bit more. Although here, I think this is I was ill, so if that's empty, I'll be able to know that I've forgiven myself. I give myself some grace, not having to, you know, be able to track everything. But instead of me having to flip through the January and then flip through February to see how I'm progressing throughout the year, on the index, calendar index of the Hobonichi cousin. So let me show you what it would normally look like without the writing and the tracking. So it's a 6 month spread. So we had December to, January to June, and then you got July to December on the 2 page spread. Okay. And then here, I wanted to start using this Hobonichi cousin way before the new year started. So what I did is I think I photocopied December on a piece of paper. I cut it to size, and then I just used washi tapes and these little joint stickers, and then I added to the edge of the page, so then I could start tracking the habits. Excuse me, the habits that I have assigned for myself. So if ever you do have something you want to add to your planner pages or your ring inserts or disbound, and you want to add something additional for extra space for writing, maybe for memory keeping. Another thing I've seen people do is add a little extra card that show their color coding or key. So then if you're starting your habit tracking, or anything that you're tracking, and you want to assign different colors, there's a really good way to add a little card and just stick it on with washi tapes. So hopefully, for those who may have gone, oh, that's a great little tip, make sure to hit that like button, so then I know that you're getting quite a few little bit tidbits of lovely information along the way. So I transfer all the things from the habit tracker, the monthly one, to the 6 month spread. That way, can you see when I start to fill this in, I'll be able to see from a bird's eye point of view where I am doing well, where I may be struggling, and also there may be habits or routines that I have set for myself, but during that time, during that season, I may not be able to achieve. So instead of being hard on myself and going, let's say, exercising. What if, I'm not allowed to, oh, I'm traveling everywhere. I haven't traveled for a while. I'd love to be able to be traveling. But let's say I've got projects that have taken up a lot of my time, and then there is a habit I have assigned for myself that I can't achieve. So instead of having that, month in, month out, maybe for the next following month, I'm not going to go, let me put that in again, and then know that I won't be able to achieve it. So that is why tracking your habit is important, is because you'll be able to see visually right away what things stand out, what you're doing well, rather than, you could be saying, oh, I haven't exercised at all this year, or I have been lacking in catching up with friends. But then if you track it, you go, well, actually, I have been catching up with friends. Maybe not as much as I would like, but it has been a lot better than it was the previous 3 months, the previous year. So without tracking your habits, you're unaware of actually making those small, tiny, little progress. All we see sometimes is, oh, I hope I'm still on. Make sure that I am. Sorry, I think I lost the connection there. Hopefully I am on. But so it's important to track your habits. Now do let me know if you track your habits already, or if you're new to habit tracking, or you've never tracked your habits at all. Madeline, hello, I see you. Thank you so much for joining me from South Africa. I appreciate you being here. It's still on. Thank you, Erin. Yeah, you know how that those colorful bars showed up, and I oh. Excellent. I'm so glad. Okay, so let me know in the chat or, of course, in the comment section if you are new, support new, uh, never tried, or uh, tracking but need improvement. Let me know. Thank you. I love it. I love it. So, Elle says, I track some but need to organize it better. And I will quickly show you before I keep going. Let me share with you. Uh, let me just move this for a sec. And I'm going to add in my I showed this on my Instagram page. So this was my January habit tracker. But let me show you how I started back in 2017 when I was bullet journaling. So is this the one? Probably not even the one. Hang on, let me remove it so then I'm not flicking through. I thought that was the one where I showed you how I started with habit tracking. Okay, let me see. This one is the one. Okay, let's do it again. Okay, so this was back in December of 2023. I was already in my Hobonichi planner, but let me show you. And it's pretty good. I don't get to do track everything every single day, and that's not the point of habit tracking, that you gotta do it every single day. If you can do that every single day, it must mean that you have lots of time, and we know we don't have enough time in the day to be able to do everything we want or what we need to do. So this was back in June of 2017. As you can see here, you'll see my little mouse moving there. I don't even ask. No, not today. And then I didn't complete my tracker, but at the end of the month. And then here, look, I even covered it with a sticker to hide the fact that I didn't track my habits back in June of 2017. August, what happened here? Nothing. So if you ever wonder that you're not good at habit tracking, and you compare your habit tracker to everyone else who's filling up their habit tracker all the time, this is where I started. October 2017. Didn't do it at the beginning of the month, got a little bit better at the end of the month. November, look, bits and pieces missing here. So if you are new to habit tracking, or if you are tracking your habits and just go, I don't know how to do it, I mustn't be good at it. It's like anything else. Well, it's a habit, isn't it? You got to do it consistently. Consistently means doesn't have to be every single day, but you pick back up again when you miss a day or two, or maybe in my case, half a month. So you just keep picking back up. And so what happens is you actually start getting better at tracking your habits, achieving your goals, and making sure that whatever is important to you, you are doing one little step at a time. So Adriana says, I try to track but I lack motivation. That's what I'll talk to you about, that with regards to what we do when we don't have the motivation. Madeline says, new, never tried but want to start with habit tracking. And Aaron says, track your habits tracking. Yes, exactly. Track the tracker. Track the tracker. And Joan says, I created a mood tracker on Canva but didn't finish. So remember, Joan and everybody else that started, you're not going to get it right at the beginning right away. I know I didn't. You saw that. And I've been doing it at 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So 6 years. But you know what has improved? The things that I wasn't doing before, like reading. I stopped reading for a long while, didn't read for a number of years. I only started meditating in 2018, 2019, because I wanted to help myself from having those intrusive thoughts and anxious and low thoughts when I had to homeschool my son, tracking our expenses. So it will build up. Like anything, you don't expect to be able to do, let's say, 100 sit up and expect to have a flat stomach, right? It's like that. So your habit tracker allows you to see your progress. It does motivate you to be able, if you're, I don't know, if you're like me, when I mark those, little boxes, tick them, color them in with colorful markers or cross them off. If you're tracking something on just a wall calendar or on your app, and you get those winning streak, it helps give you that dopamine hit, that little reward to say, job well done for today. You've completed one task. So that's what I use my habit tracker for, to see my progress. And in today's video, I'm going to show you how we can use this to then help us the next month. Okay, so I started habit tracking, like I said, to just improve my wellness, my mental well-being, my physical well-being by, exercising and all the other things that I have. So here, meditate, read, work out, connect with loved ones, friends, and family, because we know how important community is, right? They help build you up and they help support you. For me, making sure the things that I say I want to prioritize for the day that I've completed, even if nothing else gets done in the day, tracking our expenses, cleaning, taking my vitamins, trying to get 5,000 steps or more per day, and trying to sleep 6 hours or more. So, all right, so what I'm going to do, let me show you how I use this information. Let me see if I can zoom in a bit. Pardon my underarm. Whoop, that's probably a little bit too. Okay, let's see. Okay, so this is how I track it. So I'm a bit of a maths nerd. Who was it? Is it May? May, I wonder if you pop in later on in the chat, or if you are watching on replay. Was it you that also love, or was it Christina? I think it was Christina that loved being nerd and tracking your habits. So see here for December, and I've got percentages at the bottom. It's just, I don't know what grade math it is where we work out a percentage. So we work out the number of days that you achieved it, divide over the number of days in the month. So let me just quickly show you. So here, sometimes instead of adding the number of days that you've achieved it, just look at the number of days you did it. So it's if you do your habits really well, then you don't have to count too many missed days. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there were 31 days in January minus 8. So I achieved my meditation 23 days out of 31. So 23 divided by 31. And if you want to times it by 100, which means percentage, I achieved my meditation goal 74% of the time in, I'm trying to write at an angle, 74% times in January. So for me, that's a win, right? So that I should go and tell myself, you did a great job. But let's say I didn't track it. And then I, reflect back on January. Here's January, and there's meditation right at the top. Let's say I missed, 4 days in a row. I could be hung up on those days missed and think that I didn't achieve the goal of meditation, rather than looking at the flip side. Because what do? We look at the negative things. Sometimes for those of us who are in social media, we can get so many praises and great comments in our, in our DM or in the comment section. But what do we focus on? That one little negative stuff out of all the positive things, right? So your tracker will allow you to visually see the progress you're making, and you celebrate that win. So that's meditation. So read, let's see. So again, I just look at the days missed rather than counting the days I achieved it. So it makes it easier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 31 days minus 8, I achieved it. Again, 23 days out of 31, which again is 74%. All right, these numbers will make sense to you, and I'll show you why it's high. Okay, oh, here we go. Workout. Workout. Hey, I didn't do too badly in January. So 15 days missed. So I do 31 minus 15 is 16 days out of 31. And then I only achieved my workout routine 51, or let's say 50, let's round it up, 52% of the time. But that's okay, because guess what? My goal was 3 to 6 days to achieve a workout routine, 3 to 6 days out of the week. So that's probably quite all right. So, okay, so then let's do connect. Let me just quickly have a look. Madeline says, Shanantha, hi, from what part of South Africa are you? I'm from Western Cape on the west. See, isn't it brilliant? We can connect with others from our country. Madeline says, I also struggle with lack of motivation, which is why I want to start habit tracking. All right, exactly. So habit tracking, I will let you know once I finish doing this calculation, will not motivate you each and every day. Normally, it motivates you at the beginning of a new year. You know how when we do New Year's resolution, at the beginning of a new week, at the beginning of a new month. What we need to do is, with our habit tracker, we also have to have other systems in place to make sure that it allows us sort of like that little push, because motivation, unfortunately, alone is not going to get you to do the stuff that you want to do when you don't have the discipline, and when it's raining, when you don't want to, when I'm tired, I can't be bothered, I just want to stay in bed, I want to stay in my sweatpants. So motivation is only a small part of getting you to be on a better, more effective path to achieving the goals you want to do. Because unfortunately, you know, the new month or a new year or a new week only starts at the beginning, right? We need something to help us throughout the month. All right, so let's connect. So connect, like I said, is one of those things that I want to be better at. Let me just connect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. So we know 10 minus 30 is 21. And then I think that's the same. Oh, 68%. That is fantastic. So normally I was quite anxious, the last couple of years is of connecting in real life with friends, because just my anxious thoughts, one of those things that, oh, I don't want to be outside. So that is a win for me. At 68%, I should celebrate that. So priority 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, 68%. I just know that because we know I missed 10 days connecting. How much did I track my expenses? All right, so this one, expenses here, this little tiny column, there is more missed than actually actioned. So I'm going to count the days that I actioned it. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I only tracked our expenses 12 days out of 31. Times 100 is 39%. Yes, I've dropped the ball a little bit when it comes to tracking our expenses, because for a while there, my husband was doing the homeschooling, and I was trying to get my content creation as a full-time thing while I nursed myself back to mental health when I had, oh, I just realized on Saturday, the 3rd of February, was the anniversary of my mental breakdown. And guess what? I'm celebrating it because I have achieved so much in this past year. I have shown up for myself. I started connecting with you guys here in the community, if not weekly, close to it, right? And so I am actually celebrating that anniversary maybe a little later on this week to show how far I've come along from my mental breakdown. Hasn't been easy. It's been a little difficult. There's been some still low moments, and there still are, but healing takes time. It's not going to happen overnight, just like tracking your habits. So please don't be hard on yourself when you feel like you created a beautiful habit tracker at the beginning of the month and then don't even touch it throughout the month. Okay, so be kind to yourself, because I am, because if you're even if just by creating a habit tracker at the beginning of a new month or beginning of a new year, you're in a good mental frame to know that I got to make changes. It's just going to be may take a little bit more time to make those changes. So, but be kind to yourself. Um, Shanantha, Durban, Madeline, lovely to meet you. Hello, Veronica. Thank you so much for joining us from Spain. Thank you, thank you. Nice to meet. See, we can meet all these friends. Thank you, Chucky. Yes, yes, way to go. Thank you so much, Veronica. And and I see that in my habit tracker that even though I may miss more days, missed a day or two or more or a half a week or nearly a full week, I show up again the next day that I can. So do that. Don't I used to look at for those of you that may be tuning in a little bit earlier on in the live stream, I showed a history of the habit tracker I had when I first started. Sometimes I didn't even do it for the full month, right? But then I started again. So keep going. Don't stop. Don't stop. By journey, right? Okay, so clean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, 10 days out of 31 days is only 32%. Yes. So on Instagram, you see only this side of the camera, or this side of my phone, but behind me is the mess. The bags and bags of my blue IKEA bags full of things that my husband said, throw it all out. And I went, no, there might be something important there, like a box, an iPhone 5 box that I may want to use. So I need to chuck a lot of boxes. Yes, same as you. Okay, vitamins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days I have missed taking my vitamins. 31 days minus 9, which means I took my multivitamins 22 days out of 31 times 100, that's 71%. So I've started taking multivitamins because I am on my perimenopause journey, and they say that take these different things. So I'm starting. I don't know if it's made a difference, probably because I'm sure without it my energy level wouldn't be as high as it is, or I wouldn't be bouncing back and coming on here back to back 5:30 a.m. live stream to see you guys and to show you where I'm up to with my planning. Okay, 5,000 or more steps. So I'm starting small. This 10K thing, that's too big a step for me. So again, really important, don't give yourself too much of a big goal. So don't go and say, I want to lose 15 kilos, I want to lose 5 pounds, I want to have a flat stomach in a week, I want to go and be financially responsible and no spend for February. No, because I know I won't achieve a full no spend February. So I would just be setting up myself for, I'm not achieving that goal. So start small. Now, I think it was Mel Robbins. I've mentioned her before, and, the best of 2024. She has this free download that you can review how 2023 went. But if you are going to create a goal for yourself, try and have a range. So instead of, let's say, working out each day, which means 7 days a week, have a range of working out 3 to 6 times or 3 to 5 times per week. So then even if you don't hit your 5, you have this little 3 that's sort of like the lower range up to the higher range. And then that way you're not going to be upset with yourself that go, oh, I didn't work out 5 days this week, I only worked out 3. 3 days is still better than none, right? So have a range of goal, or if you want to start reading, I want to read, instead of reading, I want to read one book per month for the next 12 months, when you know you haven't read for the last 3 years, and you know it's trying to jump off such a make that big step right away. That's when you will probably lack the motivation or the discipline, because you start to see yourself, oh, I can't achieve that. And then it becomes a chore rather than something joyful. So pick something that will be joyful, that you'll be proud of yourself. So for that steps, instead of saying I need to do 10K or more steps, I'm going to start small. I homeschool. I work here, as in like my planning and content creation and my computer editing. So I'm not out and about all the time. So tiny goals to begin with. So the steps, I'll count the number of days I did it, because it's less than the number of days that I didn't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 15 days out of 31 times 100 is 48%. Okay, and the last one, sleep. I think one of the symptoms of perimenopause is lack of sleep. My sleep patterns just all over the place. And so that's something I have to work on, because of course, getting good sleep has a knock-on effect on everything else, your mood, your energy. And so that's probably where my energy level and my mood fluctuates. So I have to get better at it. So it might be one of the things that I need to look at, improving or finding better system to make sure I'm getting 6 hours of sleep more. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So I only got 17 days out of 31 over 6 hours of sleep. Plus, as well, sometimes I don't get to track my sleep, number of hours of sleep, because I use a tracker on my Apple Watch. And if that if this is not charged, or and then I, instead of trying to figure out how many number of sleep, I just leave it blank. So that could be it too, that I'm not, maybe I just need to charge my Apple Watch a little bit better instead of not charging it overnight. Okay, so that's how I work out the percentages. So that's all it is, right? Once you've completed your habit for the month, it's important to review it, to then see your wins, see any struggles, see any habits that you thought you wanted to track, but you know what? For the next 3 months, I won't be able to achieve that goal. Don't put it on there if you know you can't achieve it. Or let's say reading, maybe you put reading as read a chapter each day, or read 5 pages each day. Maybe just put 5 minutes. 10 minutes, 15 minutes. For me, my reading, even though I enjoy it because I also write notes with a lot of the self-help and productivity and habit tracking books that I'm reading, I love to read because I like to write. So I only put on my timer, whether on my watch or my phone, 10 minutes. So a lot of that time is spent me writing my notes and actually not reading. But guess what? I'm consistent, and it shows. My tracker shows the progress I am making. Now here, what I will do next is I will just grab, a pink or green marker, because I like what I did for the December one. I just highlighted, and probably yellow for the neutral one. So anything that's over, let's say, so don't go anything over 100% is good and everything below that is not. So maybe over 60%, I'm going to say, is a win. So that's a win, 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 win. Okay, and maybe everything over 45%, it's sort of like a neutral. So not that one. So that's over steps, and then anything over 50 to 64. Oh, anything below that. But 30% is low. And what's that? I think that's 50%. Let's say that's yellow. So do whatever color coding you want, something that will make sense to you, okay? So this is just so that visually I can go, all right, so meditation, reading, connecting with friends, achieving my priorities, and taking my vitamins, win. But then anything that is a little bit like, 45% or lower is not it's a failure. It's somewhere I need to improve on. All right. So it's not that I go, I'm going to be hard on myself. Marianne, you didn't track your expenses on a regular basis in January. I'm not going to go, Marianne, you fool, you didn't clean your house, on a regular basis in January. You only achieved it 32% of the time. No, this is where your habit tracker comes in to help you plan for the new month. That is when, for February, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to put tracking my expenses, cleaning our little flat or decluttering, and maybe I'll do another one, getting outside and getting my step count up. Those three, so I'm only going to do three big focus. So if I try and focus on achieving, you know, everything really well in all of my in my habits, then I'm going to get overwhelmed. And then that's when you lose the motivation. And then that's when you lose the discipline. So who was it that said, Madeline, right? Maybe for February, you only look at 1 to 2 things to track instead of wanting to do everything all at the same time, especially if you are new to habit tracking or, you're just starting out. Maybe just focus on 2 things. That doesn't mean that you don't do all the other stuff, but your main focus is going to be these top 2, top 1, or top 3 priorities. So now I know by tracking my habits in this manner that for the month of February, I'm going to put in a little bit more effort, put in something in my planner or a system or a process that will help me get better at achieving a little bit more. So, hey, look at this. Let me move my calculator. So let's have a look. Expense and cleaning. In December, I only cleaned the flat. Now, this cleaning is not, that I made that I don't clean my house. We clean our apartment on a Saturday. But what my goal here for the cleaning is doing those 5 to 10 or 15 minutes of daily cleaning, so then I'm not using all of the weekend or all of Saturday, instead of putting my feet up on the weekend. I'm spending half the day cleaning the flat because I didn't do bits and pieces throughout the week. So it's not that I don't clean. I hope people don't think that I'm well, I am messy, but not dirty. Okay, there's a difference between mess and dirty. Okay, so look, in December I only did my daily cleaning habits 23% of the time, and now in January, that's an improvement. Can you see how tracking your habits in this way, month in, month out, you can make tiny little improvements? Because you know what I did? I put specifically on my daily planner, I think about 4:30 clean, and I'll set the timer for just 5 minutes. Right, I'll put my timer for 5 minutes. Once it goes off, once you actually start cleaning or start doing your habits, you build that momentum, and then you just go and you keep cleaning until maybe your dining table is now free of the mess you you dump there, and your poor kids and husband are eating on the lounge, or you're eating at the homeschool desk. So if, let's say, for example, cleaning is one of the tasks you want to achieve or be better at in February, put the timer on for 2 minutes, for 5 minutes, whatever it is that you think you can achieve. Remember, 2 to 5 minutes, have that range. So then that way, if it's in the low range, 2 minutes, it's still a win. Okay. Now, Madeline says, thanks, Marianne, for all your help. I was watching a few of your videos to see where to start with all this planning and journaling. And again, it's not going to be right, perfect the way you see it on Instagram, the way you see it on Pinterest, the way you see people like me on YouTube. I've been doing this for 6 years, and still you can see, what? You've been doing it for so long and you haven't been doing everything all perfect all at the same time. No, because there is a life, there is our moods, there is our energy, there is a higher priority that comes, that may come up. So maybe focus on one to two things and then see your traction. And then once you start getting better at those, so I know meditation and reading was one, two of the things that I wasn't even doing a few years ago. But look, 74%, 77% in December. And so now, even if, let's say, I fall off the wagon and don't do my meditation daily or on a regular basis, it's now a habit. It's sort of like I know I'll be able to pick it up because it's something that I enjoy. Oh, and make sure it's something you enjoy. Don't put a habit on there because you see everyone else is supposed to do it. So make sure it's something that brings you joy. If you go, I don't want to do that meditation, cross legs, chanting, and making the noise. Don't do that, because remember, meditation is all about being mindful, and mindfulness is about focusing on the now. Okay, not worrying about the past. Oh my goodness, I should have done this, I could have done that, I'm missing out, how embarrassing, I should be further ahead where I'm at, all my friends are doing this, or worrying about the future. Oh, I wonder what will happen in a year's time. Oh, I don't want to do it because it's too scary, right? So that gets stuck in your mind, and the spiral of these thoughts will go on and on. So meditation doesn't have to be the closing your eyes. It could be writing. It could be walking. It could be listening to your favorite playlist. It could be knitting, crocheting, drawing, whatever it is, right? That will actually, that you need to focus on right now, that keeps you centered, that keeps you calm. You have something to focus on. Allow you a little bit of space. So whether you have those anxious thoughts, you have your emotions, you just acknowledge them. Feeling sad today. Feeling a little bit anxious, feeling a little bit nervous. Okay, acknowledge them, blow them away like dandelions, like clouds floating by. Do something that'll take your focus. One of the things I love doing is putting IKEA furniture together, right? Actually, I didn't know it until later, but my husband, when I had to start homeschooling my younger son, never homeschooled, don't know what to do, had nothing set up, in our house. In his mind, he thought, well, we'll go to IKEA because she loves IKEA, and then she'll have something to do to put the table and the shelves together for our homeschooling. But actually, later on, through my reading and through learning about habit tracking, that was a mindfulness act of my husband took my mind away, not bottling up my emotion. It's just for the moment, let's be focused, that I had something to focus on. And then I was able to go, okay, we can do this. We've got a desk. That's a good start. Let's go and, go online and print some stuff for him to do the next day. So see how mindfulness is not just about meditation. So if you wanted to be mindful and go, oh, I can't sit still, I'm all like, on the edge, and my body's always moving, then don't do that. Don't do meditation that way. Okay. Adrian, if you don't mind me asking, what books are you reading or recommend? I'm currently reading The Miracle Morning. Oh, who's that one by? Let me know, Adriana, The Miracle Morning. So I am reading at the moment Ali Abdaal. Actually, I'll make sure to add that on the list. Ali Abdaal's Feel Good Productivity. Ali Ab Abdaal. So I'll put that at the end once I finish the live stream. Feel Good Productivity. So a lot of these things, whether it's Mel Robbins, Atomic Habit by James Clear, the I think, what was the other one? Time Dorks. That's another good one for productivity and, putting processes in place. Those things. So it is science-based, because our brain, first of all, is not meant to store information in our head. right? It's supposed to be for creativity. And that's why planning on paper for me and for a lot of people is really important, because you're getting the thoughts out of your head down on paper. And then that act of writing it down, it activates a part of your brain that helps you retain and remember information. So these habit tracking are all like, there's lots of studies that have found why it's, helpful, and visually as well, because we're visual people. It will help you straight away see that, oh, I need to go and work on getting better at tracking my expenses for the new month, or cleaning. So these things doesn't have to be your goal for the rest of the year. That's why I do a monthly habits and goals, because maybe in March something might happen. Maybe I might win the lottery and then I'm going off to the Bahamas. So I won't need to worry about cleaning. So or have your future goals, your 1 year, your 5 year goals, so you have something to move forward to, but also have the steps and process. So this is your process. This is your instruction. This is your recipe to follow when you don't know what you need to do, when the day just throws life at you, it becomes a disarray. It's your stakeholder on the ground. It's the light, the beacon of light that will help you, guide you. And for me, sometimes when I wake up in the morning, I'm so anxious already that I'm going, just look at your tracker. What do you need to do? Okay, meditate. I can't do 10-minute meditation. Just breathe for 1 minute. Or just, do 5 deep breaths. This is what we do with my son who's on the autism spectrum. Breathe in, hold, breathe out. If that's all you can do, 5 deep breaths, that's fantastic. That's already a meditation. See, meditation is not the 45 minutes, the half hour. It's just that stop. It's just stop. Because you know what the being mindfulness and breathing does? It slows down your heart rate. Because what happens is when our heart rate quickens, it sends a signal to our amygdala, right, part of our brain that is there to, see if there's danger. So that's when our fight, flight, or freeze gets activated. It's like, doo-doo, doo-doo. Why is my heart rate going fast? Is there a saber-toothed tiger? Because our brain is still back in the caveman days. Is there a saber-toothed tiger? Is there an ice age? What's going on? Or if there's danger, what's behind that door? What is there? Are they lurking? Or you just freeze. I don't want to do anything. I'm just going to sit on the couch and do nothing. I don't want to do anything, right? So by breathing, slowing down your heart rate, it's now telling the nervous system that everything is okay. It is fine. It's actually a good thing, right? That when your heart rate quickens and then you're judging for risk, for, any danger, that's our mind protecting us. But sometimes our mind also can get us in trouble because it makes us think there's danger when there's none, that there's risk when there's none. Oh, I don't want to go and apply for that job because I don't know what I'm doing. I might fail. I might look silly in front of my colleagues, right? So it is our body. We don't want to lose that. We don't want to lose that part of our brain function that says look out for danger, because that's what helps protect us. But sometimes our brain actually doesn't know what's real and what's not real. So if you're thinking, oh, I'm ugly, I'm fat, I don't know what I'm doing, I'm not good enough, right? And then if you don't release that, guess what happens? The next day you wake up again, and that becomes a habit. That negative talk becomes the habit. Adriana says the Miracle Morning is by Hal Elrod. Hello, Irene. Nice to see you. Marcus, hello. That's a lot of points. Yes, a lot of points. So it's really important that tracking your habits allows you to see your progress. It allows you to see where you need to go. I'm not ugly, but I'm fat. Neither, Marcus. You are a beaut. You are a fantastic person, a kind man that just in your own community, on your own channel, Marcus, you have lots of support. So no, not fat, right? No, because that's what I say to myself. So I'm going to say it to you because my husband says, "Can you stop talking to yourself like that?" Because I'm just there going, I'll be holding my belly. Ooh, I'll be holding my, my underarm. They call, the wings, right? And it's like, oh, don't, we won't do that to ourselves. Marcus says, I'm an alternative skinny. That's right. I'm a skinny person stuck in a cute 4'10" chubby body. That's what I'll say to myself. Okay, so it's really important that we track our habits to know where we've been to then plan where we are going. So let me know if you have any questions. So let me make sure that I have covered the notes of the importance of tracking and the benefits of it. All right. So we know tracking your habits help you identify patterns, oh, I'm doing well. Oh, excellent. And also let me show you my January. So this one is from a month's point of view. I was able to see a pattern for this one, that in the afternoon I wasn't actioning my expenses. I wasn't actioning my cleaning because I left it later in the day. And I know that, why aren't I doing anything at the end of the day? It's because my energy level was gone after 3:30, after our homeschooling. As soon as I put my butt on that couch, I'm there forever, and I'll get the boys to go, Ma, can you go get Mum a bowl of chips? And I'm stuck there scrolling away. And so my tracker allowed me to see a pattern that, hey, your energy level isn't as high, yet you get to do a lot of things in the morning because my energy level is higher at the beginning of the day. So your tracker will be able to select, if you start, doing it on a consistent basis. Remember, consistence, not every day, on a regular basis, will mean that I keep putting this habit that I want to achieve in the morning, when I know in the morning I don't have enough time to be able to do that because I've got to get the kids all sorted, I've got to get to work, I've got to go this. So maybe you need to go and move that habit a little bit later on in the day, or that 5 minutes in between, your lunch before you go back to work. So your habit tracker will allow you to see pattern. It'll help you evaluate your goals like this one, and know it's important that I know that even though, like I said, my house or our little small apartment isn't dirty, it is a little bit of a clutter, and we know our environment affects our mood and our well-being. So I need to make sure I focus on that, and I also need to make sure that I focus on my sleep. So it'll help evaluate goals and make adjustments along the way, and of course it'll enhance your self-awareness, right? I am aware that I am doing a great job, even if I don't think I'm not. I have made progress. For me, I could easily go, oh, I've only worked out 52% or out of 31 days. But then I know I'm only wanting to do 3 to 6 workout a day. So it helps evaluate, how you are going with the habits that you have set for yourself. So of course, we talked about a habit tracker would help improve your consistency, even if you missed a day or two. Now, in the Atomic Habits by James Clear, it says if you miss a day, get back on track the next day. And he has this thing of never miss twice. Now, I do miss more than twice, miss more than 2 to 3 days, but I would make sure that I will pick it up again either in the following week or, the following month. But here's a little tip. Please don't wait for a new week to start to get back on track. Don't wait for a new month to start, right? Just pick it up. Like if it's in the afternoon now, like sometimes, I'll wake up and my morning routine I do in the evening. Right? Let's see what I can do today. So don't go, oh, it's already late and I didn't get to do my meditation, because, well, I can just take a minute sitting at my desk, close my eyes, put my little timer on my phone, breathe in, right? So don't wait for a new day to start, new month to start for you to get back on track. So one of the rules is try not to miss a day. If you do, try not to miss 2 days. And if you still do, pick it up as soon as you can. Okay. So it'll help improve your consistency. And then of course, if you've got this, and of course for me, a lover of, highlighters, markers, and beautiful, colorful washi tapes, it allows you to, look at it and, oh, I'm missing a couple of days there that I haven't used my marker. I might make sure I'll just read just so then I can mark it on my tracker. Okay, so now, the other thing, of course, it shows you the goals you've achieved. Look at me, meditated over 70%, read over 70%. Good on you, Marianne. Well done. Keep going. Okay, now you've built that habit. Let's work on the other ones. Okay, so, and of course, it's so satisfying to mark off those little check boxes with colorful markers, highlighters, and stickers. So for the month of February, I'm using my Zig Clean color dot markers. And it's the little like soft cushion rounded sponge, and then it makes tiny little dots on your page. So depending on, that's the name of Ali Abdal, depending on the pressure you put on your page. So tiny little dot, big dot, medium dot. See, so this is double-sided. So it's under the pens, markers, and highlighters in my Amazon storefront. So one end is a fine point, so you can draw, you can make lines, and then the other one is a dot marker. Or let me write that down, because there is a video dot marker of 5 ways you can use your dot markers. See, you can even do little petals. Probably, let me put it on there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, you can use it to embellish your page and make little floral patterns, even if you can't draw. Autocorrect. Yes, please make sure you spell my name with one N. All good, as long as you invite me over for coffee. It doesn't matter how you spell my name. Thank you so much. Thank you, Marcus. If you if you miss 3 days, just bundle into one missing event. That's right. One whole week. Don't miss. If you miss one whole week, try not to miss 2 weeks. Exactly. So just whatever it is you need to do to make sure you go and, pick back up the following, that's right, following week, following day, everything. So I'll make sure I'll pop that, how to use these Zig Clean color dot markers more than just as dots. Okay, any questions with regards to tracking the habits? All good? Good. We saw that, if you're just starting out, you're not going to get it perfect right at the beginning. So this one is my Hobonichi Cousin A5 planner. So that is where I keep my habit tracker. So that's the month, that's the weekly spread, and then you've got daily spread. And then I have my wellness tracker. And I think that's it. And I've got my little tabs. Hobonichi Cousin A5, and this is the Monday start, January start English version. Okay, so the next thing I want to show you today is my mood log. So it's my mood tracker. And then here, the index I use, visually I use these Kina print stickers. I've got to write that down, Kina prints, put it in the, what do you call it, the description, right? So then I can see, visually how the month's going. And then, but in this one, the calendar index, so the full year is on a 2-page spread. So I use the calendar index to note down my mood. So I have a 5-point mood grading. So green is a great day, orange is a good day, yellow is an okay or a meh kind of day, blue is I'm tense or anxious, and pink here is when I'm sad or really, really angry. So you can use whatever color coding you want that will make sense to you. Some people only do three. Some people will note down their mood, in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening. Yeah, for me, tracking the mood for the day is already enough. So for me, that doesn't mean on the 1st of January the whole day was good. It's just the overarching mood, something that stood out. So, sort of like take an average. So now how do you go? You wonder, well, how are you going to track this? Of course, visually, I can clearly see in January 8th, 9th, 10th, or this mid-month, I my day was meh. It was okay. It was okay, and then towards the end of the month, I was tense or anxious. That's probably because homeschooling starts for the new year in February. So then I'm worrying about, how am I going to manage all of this, homeschooling, and also make sure that I am being able to do the things that I want to do, that defines me, the things that I enjoy. So then I'll go, because it's just so hard to find enough time in the day, right? So maybe that's why I had a tense or anxious moment. Now I know here, middle of the month, remember I'm going through perimenopause, and physical wise, just many changes, right? Hot flashes, sleepless nights, I'm cranky, blah, 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 right? So it wasn't bad. It was just an okay day. So then maybe for February, I need to make sure that if that is the case, maybe not put too much pressure on myself and not put too much on my to-do list. So if let's say I, month in, month out, certain times of the month for us women, you might see a pattern. So then that is a great way to go and look at your mood. Okay, so I like to track that. Now, how do I know all of this? So just daily. Daily, I have it in my daily page. I have this little mood uh, mood stamp, and then I just pop it in there, and then I just write down, what was today like? Today was a good day. Today was an okay day. And then I just transfer all of that into my Hobonichi weeks. So how do I know overall how January went, and putting it into a measurable, what do you call it? Measurable outcome. So what I do is I just create a number system. So this is again the maths little nerd coming out of me, wanting to know percentage wise. You don't have to. You can keep it and leave it as just, it was a good month, lots more oranges, and it was, parts of it was okay. I didn't have any sad moments, but here and there were a few good, great days and few tense days. So what I do is I just give this a number equivalence. So if it's a great day, 5, good day, 4, 3, 2, 1. And here's the nerdy bit. And then I just go down the list, and then I assign that color to a number. Let me just pop this, okay, to a number. So let's do this together, and we will see how my January mood overall was. So we know good is 4. 4 plus 5 plus 5 plus 3 plus 4 plus 4 plus 3, 3, 3, 3, 4. You probably go, Marianne, why even bother doing this? Because I want to, and it gives me joy knowing what a visual, colorful tracker equates to numbers. Where were we? Plus, orange is good. 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus, yoo-hoo, 5 plus, oops, my calculator's moving away. 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. And then I'll just double check to make sure I'm adding all the numbers, but I'll just do it in front of the camera so you see. And then tense is 2 plus 2 plus 2. So overall, these color coding based on, a number system is equivalent to 116 points divided by the number of days in January, 3.7. So 3.7 means I had okay to good day. Okay, so January I will mark that as a good to a great month. See? And then if you ever look back, right, and reflect and go, how was your January? Well, I don't know. I don't even know how yesterday went. And then you can then see that, I don't know where I'll put that. Let's just pop that here. 3.7, right? So this is a friction pen, so I can always erase that there if I didn't want that there, but I'll even put it in pencil. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So 3.7. So that's just the little, maths nerd that I love doing. Like, you see how colors, I have equated it to a number system. So then I know that January was a good to a great month. So how does this help you? Well, then it helps you go and then make sure, because I have been doing this for a number of years where I have a mood log in my A5 ring planners. Then I could see, I've been doing my mood logging now, I think on a consistent basis, say 2018, 2019. And I have found that the August, September, October 3-month period, I get quite low, right? Because those months actually, there's nothing happening. There's no events that will, keep me occupied. There's no birthday for us in the family, or my nieces, but, she's not within our 4 walls. And so there is nothing happening, and it's a lead into Christmas. It's a lead into the end of the year, end of school year. So my mood tracker, since I've been doing this for a while, I was able to note that in August, September, October, I get really quite low. And so I need to make sure I put things in place that will help me focus, that will help keep my mind occupied. So then that way I can be in the moment, I can be calm, I can be centered. And then also your mood tracker on a monthly basis, you can get to see that beginning of the month you're all gung-ho, and then towards the middle maybe not, and at the end of the month you're all excited and motivated again. So who was it? Was it Adriana? Madeline, right? So Madeline, if you struggle with the lack of motivation, maybe because just in the not womanly cycle, but just in the cycle of your season, you might be busy at the end of the year. Teachers, will probably be anxious and stressed through months, beginning of the year, middle of the year, and end of the year, right? So your mood tracker will allow you to be able to see very briefly from a bird's eye point of view that certain times of the month, certain times of the week, certain times of the day, certain times of the year, your energy is high, your energy might be low, your anxiety might start to kick in. So you get to plan ahead and put things in place. So I know if the pattern of the 5th to the 15th for me is going to be the same as January, for this next week, I just need to make sure not to put pressure on myself. Don't put too many things on your to-do list, right? So even if you are very busy and you feel like you have to catch up, what will happen is, if you know your energy level, your mood is going to be not as high in this time of the month or the week, by you putting more pressure on yourself with trying to achieve too much, motivation goes out the window, discipline goes out the window, and then you get low, and then it's harder to bounce back. So see, I was able to bounce back. The 2/3 of the month, I did well. It was a great day because I'm probably most likely from this was able to recognize. See here, I think oh no, that's December. I was able to recognize. See, question mark. Um, uh, I was tired, cranky. Right, so there we go from 8th to the 14th, right? I was tired. Just breathe. I'm telling myself, relax, be mindful. And then I gave myself things to do, filming, caught up with coffee with a friend. I rested. See how tracking your habits, your mood allows you to go, whoa, 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 stop. If you keep going this path, you're going to drive yourself into a low point, or you're going to neglect certain habits that you said you want to do. Tracking is really important to know where you've been, to be able to let you know where you need to go. Like, it's like this is more in the corporate world, right? If you go and climb the ladder and then realize halfway through that you were climbing the wrong ladder, or you're climbing up the wrong wall, right? This allows you to see how you're progressing, your wins, your struggles, what you might need to take off your list, what you might need to do to make sure your mood is uplifted again. Okay, so helps you understand your mood patterns and what triggers you. A mood tracker also allows you to track your mental well-being. Identify days that you might struggle, identify parts of the month that you might be feeling a little bit low, and then you put stuff in place. Without this, all right, let's say that, and I'm going about my business, month of January. Oh, I don't know why I'm feeling low. I don't know this, I know that. And here I am. All right, well, I got to do this. I got to film. I got to do, I got to do Pinterest. I got to do a blog. I got to do a podcast. I got to do this and I got to do that. And then not know that actually, your energy level and your mood is low. I could have gone down into a spiral and just be stuck on the couch. So if you are new to tracking your moods, just get a wall calendar. Google, right? I did this for a friend. I Googled February 2024 free PDF, and then you can put Monday start or Sunday start, depending on, and then just print it on a piece of paper. Doesn't have to be fancy, doesn't have to be pretty. Put it on, blue tack it, tape it, or magnet it on your fridge somewhere that you will see it every day. Get yourself a little marker, just cross off the day, big red X, put a big red X on that square. Okay, did I walk today? So let's say that's your days, so that's your month calendar. Did I go for a walk? Yes. I didn't get my 5K, but guess what? I got myself outside. Did I go and take a minute just to stop and breathe? Yes. Right? You'll start to see these crosses. Remember, any type of movement forward is a win. If it's a minute, woohoo! If it's 2 minutes, yaha! If it's a page only, rahoo! Right? It's walking outside just in your backyard, smelling fresh air. For those of you maybe in the cold countries and it's winter and it's minus degrees, maybe just a quick breathe, put your head out the window or something like that. All right, so really important that it allows you to go and help monitor your mental well-being and identify patterns and signs of stress. And then also, this is a great way if you are, for those of us that do show up here on my channel that have told me that they have a chronic illness, or they have a pattern of anxious thoughts, low moods. This is something you can take to your general practitioner or to your doctor or your healthcare professional, right? And then if you can't figure out yourself what to do to help your mental and your well-being and your mood, maybe the professional will allow you to be able to help you by having a tracker like this. Because then if you go, like for me, when I went to a therapy a couple of years back to help with all the different things happening with myself, if I was tracking my habit, and I meet up with her when I met up with her 6 weeks later on our regular meeting, she'll ask, how did your month went, how was your mood, when you're anxious and low, everything's negative. But then I will go, oh yeah, it was a good, I had a good, let's say, September. I caught up with a couple of friends, I started walking again. So see how mood and your habit and mood tracker will then allow you to maybe give this information to your healthcare provider. Okay, it helps you regulate your moods, because you start to go, okay, nobody talked to me today. I'll talk to you a little tomorrow, a little bit later. Help you regulate your emotion. For me, this has my habit. I'll tell you, my habit and my mood tracker is one of those. It's my little therapist on paper, because it's a way for me to get myself out of my own head, out of my low thoughts, out of that negative thinking, and be more positive with, one of the things on my daily tracker is writing my gratitude log. So see how these trackers help me be better at, recognizing that I need to do something, because I know the way my mind works, because I get so stuck on that low points, low moments, negative thought, right? So for those that lack the motivation, we don't have to do the big rah, finish line, trophy, right? That is not what winning is all about, right? It's not the accolades, it's the small little steps, the marking that tiny little box on your calendar or on your planner. Okay. And so of course this has prompted me, my mood tracker here prompted me to just take it easy, Marianne. Let me see if I did take it easy. Let me prove, well, not prove, but let me show you. I don't want to see this too. So let me see, on the 15th of January, what did I do? Okay. Oh, we had pizza. So probably there's like, we can't be bothered cooking. So we treated ourselves. So that's part of self-care. What else? I filmed stuff. So I enjoy filming, and I uploaded a YouTube channel. So do things. I met up with a friend. See? Put there on my 20th of January. See how I put these things in place. Your mood and your habit tracker will allow you to prompt you to go and do the things that are important. Self-care, me time. All right. So what do we think? Is this something that you give me a thumbs up, as well as in the chat or in the comment section. Did you get any aha moments in today where how I review my own tracker, and how I can use that information to help me plan a system or a process in place for the new month, right? I'm just going month to month, right? Because then, I know as part of my own anxious thought that if I think too far ahead, then I freeze. Oh, I don't know if I can do it. I don't think I'm good enough. I'm not worthy enough. All right. So based on my insights, allows me to make adjustments, create goals that is within my capacity. Don't worry about what other people are doing. They say you should walk 10,000 steps per day. If you know you can't do that, don't do that. If it's only 2 minutes, or even if it's just around your house or around the block, that is a win. Okay. Oh, I should be working out 7 days a week, right? No, my walking now, when I get outside and walk with my son, who walks really fast, by the way, he's a lot taller than I am, and he walks really fast. And then it's like, I have to, like, I'm like I said, I'm 4'10" and 3/4, which is 150. I don't think it's even 150 centimeters, 149 centimeters, right? And so my tiny little legs is trying to catch up with my son. So for me, that brings up my cardio. So that is a win. It's an exercise. It's getting outdoors. So that's where we are with my mood tracker. So I know here on camera, I know that January I got a score of 3.7, which is an okay to a great month, great January. Now, so just make sure, review the tracker. Don't be hard on yourself if it's not all filled in all beautifully each and every day. That is not the point of your habit tracker. It's not, the habit tracker is not for you to fill in every single day, every single habit, every single thing, 100%. What it is, it's just your guide. It's the stakeholder on the ground that says, if life happens, if things get busy, it's sort of like your little nudge. Hey, have you connected with friends or loved ones today? So I'll do a quick DM. Hey, how are things? I'll normally will text, because the young ones like to text my niece and nephew. How's school? How's work? And that's it. Just let them know that auntie is here. So a lot of, teenagers and early 20-year-olds don't want to talk to aunties, but then they know that I'm here for them, or my online friends. How's it going? Showing up for them as well. So let me know what your key takeaways are from today's review of my habit and my mood tracker. So that's pretty much it. So if you've liked this video, make sure to like and share, because sharing is caring. And of course, for those of you that are watching who are not yet subscribed, why not? I'm only kidding. But please, no, really, subscribe and hit that bell to get notified of when I'll be on again. So probably my live will go back to the normal Sunday, Monday time. Yesterday's one, if you haven't watched that, I did create a highlight of how I created the vision board for my mood log. Oh, how I created that using Canva. So if you want to know how to create that, the highlight sort of edits out all the tutorial and the instruction, but if you want to see what the community is chattering about in the chat, you can watch the full live stream, where sometimes I ramble on. But anyway, I do appreciate you, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much. Joan, thank you. I appreciate you being here, and I will see you all in the next video. Click or tap the link, or it'll be here. Okay? Love you guys. See you next time. Bye-bye. Bye.